modest outfits are boring. So like I pray, but at the same time I can go almost naked outside. Hookup culture is pretty much a thing. It is too hard to be covered. Maybe I should put on the hijab when I marry. What about my beauty? If I put on the hijab, I be unattractive. But I have big cheeks, round face. It's not gonna look good. And what if I'll struggle? So hijab is more than just a fart. Let's be real. Hello, my name is Adina and welcome to my channel. This is my little space and I'm glad to have you here. I'm 20 years old Central Asian girl living and studying in Istanbul, and today I want to share my hijab story. A little background story. More than 1 month ago, I put on my hijab. Can't believe it's been so much. And today is sort of a second part of a video where I'm gonna be sharing my hijab story. Why did I decide to put it? How did I decide to put it? How did I make it easy on myself? And how did I sort of parent myself to come to it naturally? So let's start. Let's go back 2024. That's when I started praying for the first time in my life. And at the same time, these long feminine dresses became a thing. They became a trend, a bias. They were all over TikTok. For the first time, I saw the beauty of abaya from Maria. I'm gonna put her TikTok videos here, even though she's not covered, but she really showed me what is beauty of modesty. That I had the spirit trying to be modest. It's like you be like, okay, just shoulders a little bit open, no problem, and then V-neck, no problem, and it goes and goes and goes, and then corsets are so good, and like in the end, it didn't work for me because you feel tempted to wear something because you don't have the headscarf in your head. Nobody's gonna judge you. You can go naked. This is so normalized today, right? So I was like, I felt like I am an undercover agent. So like I pray, but at the same time I can go almost naked outside. Like, it didn't catch. After I realized for myself that modesty won't work for me, I told myself from inside that yes, I'm gonna cover. That was my first step. And now I'm gonna be sharing my fears and my struggles from my own perspective. What kind of a thoughts I had, what kind of a questions I had. And so how did I find the answers and parent myself to put on the headscarf without forcing? Let's start first. So here is the thing. Here in Istanbul, hookup culture is pretty much a thing. And they be like, do you wanna come over, drink coffee? We all know what that means, right? So I literally got tired of explaining, of saying, I'm Muslim, I pray, I am actually this and that. There was first click, but I was like, that's why it would be much more better if I would be hijabi now. Nobody would approach me in this way, at least, and they wouldn't be talking with me like that. People couldn't see my values through my appearance. But you gotta be honest, it is so tempting. As a woman, it's important for us to look beautiful, and that is our biggest test. Once I realized it, I started praying, I mean, in my du'as. I was literally crying and asking in my du'as to make it easy on me to put on the hijab. Wallah, I was sobbing and saying, I want to put on the hijab. I want to be wearing this abaya. I want to be dressing like that. And I guess I was guided. I got what I asked. Subhanallah. Boom. The second thing is about law of attraction. I read pretty much a lot of books. I was almost I was so into it, Once, I don't know, I was having a conversation with my girls and I realized that the concept of law of attraction is like you are a creator of your own life. I am sorry, but I am stupid. I would never trust myself with my own life. What do you mean be a creator of your own life? How can I know what I want? Why should I know it? Who am I? I don't possess that kind of knowledge, that kind of intuition, or whatever you call it. I understand the balance there. I know the line, but at some point it felt heavy. And I said, no, I don't want the law of attraction. I want tawakkul. I want it fully. Okay? All my du'as, all the things I want, that people get by law of attraction, I get by saying, if this is good for me, give it to me. If this is not good for me, put it aside. Okay? And so, how is it related to hijab? If I put on the hijab, I will not be hiding myself. I'll be talking about this kind of important stuff like a law of attraction, but through perspective of Islam. I wanted to do that. And I thought a hijab gives me the power. It made sense in my head. I don't know if I was able to articulate my thoughts right now, but if you get it, you get it. Boom. And the third phase is when I saw another TikTok video that I don't remember which one, but the whole point of the video was a girl. She was trying to put on the hijab. So she said, I went out with the hijab just to try, just to see how I feel. And I was like, oh, I can do that. And I did it. I did it like 5 or 6 times. I went out with the hijab and I was just enjoying. I was just seeing how I feel. And I guess it was a kind of a big step. I remember the first day getting ready. I struggled to put on the hijab because I had a chiffon scarf. Yes, I didn't have this like jersey or whatever. And it took me like 30 minutes to put it. But in the end, I liked it. In the end, I went outside and I don't know, I felt excited. I felt happy. It was like a party. It was like something new to me. And I was all excited. I was all like going like that, like, I'm a hijabi girl today. The another topic is maybe I should put on the hijab when I marry. Yeah, I had this question in my head. I had this option. Because from where I'm from, that's what usually people do. They get married, they put on a hijab, and they give birth the same year. Like, there's like whole life change, And this is like pretty common in our culture. And I was like, at some point, it makes sense, right? You put on a hijab after you get married, when you have a husband and you don't need any attention anymore, right? Because I had another question is that if I put on a hijab, I be unattractive. How am I gonna meet my spouse? From where? Um, how am I gonna act? I felt like I'm gonna be, not so noticeable. I don't know. People won't look at me. I will not get married. So maybe it's better to put it when I get married. After a while of thinking, I realized, no, I don't want to put it after I get married because first of all, I want the hijab to be my decision. My decision. Because usually when you put it after getting married, what people think is people start thinking, oh, you put it on because of your husband. Oh, your husband is this. And plus, I thought like, no, if I postpone it till that time, I will not be able to think of hijab in a real way. Not only with its beauty, I won't be able to see the struggles. I won't be able to see the reality of things that I will have to cut off because of the hijab. When you are in that wedding and marriage process, you be like full of butterflies, full of excitement and joy, and you won't be able to see the reality. You be like literally wearing rainbow glasses and you won't be able to analyze and to comprehend and understand fully what kind of important decision are you going to make, So I was like, no, I wanna do it in this silence, in this calmness with myself when I have enough of time to see and to commit to everything that hijab brings with itself. And plus, I saw many happy couples that married in Islamic way. The girl is hijabi, and I was like, okay, Adina, halas, it's possible. We don't have to make it a problem. Another thing I said to myself, it's good. It is good. I'm gonna be covered, and I'm gonna attract Muslim men that I want. Yeah. I'm gonna attract men that know how to respect. I'm gonna attract men that know what Muslim and what Islam means. I was like, okay, girl, let's think positively and everything will work out. And obviously, inshallah, that is the truth. Another thing I had in my mind was maybe I should put it on after I finish university because I'm already in my third year and I was like, people are already seeing me, all my professors. Maybe it makes sense, right? Like, after I finish university, I'll move somewhere else and there's gonna be new place, new country, nobody knows me and they will get to know me as a hijabi girl. And I was like, no. Again, no, after a while of thinking like that, I said, You know what? I don't think that worth it. If my friends wouldn't support me in university, that means they're not my true friends. Our values don't match. Then I'd be like, I can filter them. That is good. I can just cut them off because why would I need this kind of people? And I'm like, yes, Adina, why not? No, we shouldn't wait. No need about uni. Why should I give it? Why should I give so much importance to people's opinion that actually have nothing to do with my life? Then I had worries about my beauty. I thought I have big cheeks, round face. It's not gonna look good. And while having this kind of struggles, that was really a struggle. I was like a little bit just glimpsing on TikTok. There's lots of influencers that are kind of look like me, kind of have like same features. I looked up in Pinterest, and then I bought my first jersey hijab. I put it on, and I was like, okay, that is not so bad. It didn't look that bad. I wasn't disappointed. I was like, okay, that doesn't look so bad. We can do it. I guess so. I basically gave hijab hundreds of chances. I was always putting it on. Every time I'm praying, I put it on and I stand in front of the mirror. I try to style it. I give it a chance. I give it a chance. And you know what I realized? I realized there is a hijab can look bad on you or good on you. It's the same like a bad hair day or good hair day. And then about clothing and beauty because I like styling. I like it looking beautiful, put together. And I had this obviously a thought that what am I gonna wear only abayas? And what if I'll struggle? And plus, I saw the prices on Shane. I was like, "What is this? That's so much. It's like $200 for a piece of abaya." I was like, I'm just a student. I'm just a student." Then I said to myself, "Okay, look, I didn't. Let's be real. Let's be real. This is a world now. I don't think we've ever had this much of clothing. If to believe to some datas, every year we produce 9,000 tons of clothes. Exactly, we produce so much of clothes, and how dare I think hijab can be boring? No, there's bunch of ways to style and still be modest. I was like, yes, Atina, that is true. I was like, yes, that is true. And I started creating some outfit ideas in my mind, letting my brain see that what I'm talking about is a reality and there's nothing to be scared of. And then one day, just a little before I put on my headscarf, I said, let me try my normal clothes with my hijab. Because it was another question in my head that I will have to change my whole wardrobe. Oh, I don't have a proper clothing, right? I was like, let's see. Why do I think like that? Let me see if that's really true. So I went to try all my normal clothes. I didn't buy anything new. I didn't even have any headscarf. I was just having this one jersey scarf and one chiffon scarf. I tried them all with my normal clothing, and I realized I have pretty much. I was like, look, Adina, you have clothes. Alhamdulillah. There is no need to change whole wardrobe. It's perfectly suitable. I was like, okay. My brain probably was hitting me at that time, but I did it. Probably one of the last points is I listed for myself a hijab's benefits. For example, you don't have to put your hair anymore. Even if it is terribly oily, you can go out and your hair won't suffer. Your hair will become more healthier. You can change your hair color every day. If you don't like yourself at all, you can put on niqab. Hijab makes you feel like a princess. Hijab gives you protection. Just like that, I was trying to parent myself, be a friend to myself, don't force myself, but lead myself, help myself to come to the point of acceptance and admiring and love to the decision I want to make. And I think I managed. I aligned all of it with all my principles. I looked at hijab not just like a fard. It is fard, and it is important, but Allah never forbids seeking knowledge. Allah never says, don't ask questions, don't wonder. Allah always gives us answers, because if He wouldn't, He would just say, Ya Allah, my command, do it. He wouldn't give us the Quran where He explains everything. So I was like, yes, let me explain it to myself so it makes sense to me. So it is my journey. So hijab is more than just a fard, but at the same time, it is fard, and that is already enough. I wanted to make hijab foundation of my life. I wanted people to see me as a hijabi girl, as a Muslim woman. I wanted to identify myself. Hijab reminds me of who I am every day. It is a respect, it is a status, it is a dignity.